In this video, I'm gonna show you guys my 2021 comic book haul. So these are all the comic books I purchased this year. In fact, these are the books that I wanted to purchase this year, and I was able to get each and every one of them. So let's see what I have in my 2021 comic book collection. First of all, we have Uncle Scrooge's Island in the Sky by Carl Barks. So this is basically continuing my Carl Barks Walt Disney collection. I've got Donald Duck, The Lunatics by Carl Barks. Really good stuff out here by Carl Barks. Got Donald, Uncle Scrooge, the Junior Woodchucks. I love Carl Barks. He's a fantastic artist. And I've got Mickey Mouse, The Adventures of the Phantom Blot. Now, this book, I bought it because it was by Paul Murray, who is one of my favorite Mickey Mouse artists and writers. But to tell you the truth about it, the stories were a bit lackluster. So I'd say I was not really happy with this purchase. But hey, um, that was the only book that I did not enjoy reading. So the next set of books, I've got some Man of Steel, Superman Man of Steel action. I've got Superman Man of Steel Volume 1, got Volume 2 and Volume 3. So this is basically by John Byrne and Jerry Ordway. So they're basically the main writers and artists in this book. So Man of Steel action from the 80s. I'd say post 1985 action, which is prior to Superman Exile. So these are basically not omnibus but regular hardcover comic books. They don't have the glossy print, but it's amazing stuff from the 80s. The Man of Tomorrow, the Man of Steel. So I really enjoyed this run here. And this here continues John Byrne and Jerry Ordway's uh, vision of Superman from the 80s. I think there's a volume 4 coming out next year, most probably in, let's see, January. I'll be getting that one as well. Man of Steel by John Byrne, Jerry Ordway again, continuing Superman's adventures. Another really good read. My other books here, let's see, we got Captain America and the Falcon. Captain America stories from the 70s, I presume. They're by Buscema, Englehart, and Robbins. So it's Captain America Volume 3. I've got Volume 1, Volume 2. So this is the omnibus format. I don't like the spine of the new Omnis. They look really terrible, but hey, what can we do? Marvel changed everything. So really good stories out here in this book. Got the Falcon, we've got Yellow Claw, Captain America going out and becoming the Nomad because he relinquishes his identity as Captain America. Got some Red Skull action, Nick Fury action. Really good read. Have to be honest, I didn't like the first couple of stories in this collection, but after the first couple of stories, everything really picked up and it was great. Then we have the continuation. Well, this is not actually a continuation, but this is Captain America by Jack Kirby, when Jack Kirby returned back to Marvel from DC. So Captain America took a science fiction turn in Jack Kirby's stories here. This is just amazing Jack Kirby stuff. I love each and every one of these stories here. I mean, a lot of people thought that, Jack Kirby's run was too science fiction-y for Captain America, but I mean, hell, Jack Kirby was the artist, he was the writer, he was the editor. He had some great stuff in here. Look at these splash pages, man. Jack Kirby. They call him King Kirby, but I would say he's the emperor and not the king, because Jack Kirby's Jack Kirby, buddy. And now we have my Spider-Man run. If you guys know something, Spider-Man is one of my favorite superheroes. I'd say Captain America, Batman, Superman are my favorites as well, but they come after Spider-Man. So I've got the entire Spider-Man reprints from the year 2021. Got Spider-Man Volume 2, Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2 by Stan Lee and the amazing John Romita out here. I've got Volume 1, so I've been waiting for Volume 2, so I picked that one up. Some great stuff here from Stan Lee and John Romita. Look at that Spider-Man action. Spider-Man and who is that? Is that the Vulture? Yeah, that's the Vulture, that's right. The Vulture, and we have, what's this guy's name? I just completely forgot his name. Kraven. Yeah, Kraven the Hunter. Great stuff here. If you love Spider-Man comic books from the 60s, you're gonna enjoy this fucking book. It's just totally amazing. What a book. Got the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 3, which continues stories from, which continues after what happened in Volume 2. So this is the new spine of these books. This is the older spine. This is what it used to look like. Volume 2, this should actually have been like this, but look at the way they've changed the spine. Now it's Volume 3. If you're wondering, yeah, I haven't read this book yet. Looking forward to reading it very soon. We have The Amazing Spider-Man Volume 5. Got some Jerry Conway, Len Wein, Ross Andrew action out here. Haven't opened it yet because I haven't gotten around to reading it, but trust me, they're amazing. Then we have amazing stuff from Roger Stern. Look at this. Look at the Hobgoblin and Spider-Man right here. I mean, this is just amazing stuff from the early 80s. You have Spectacular Spider-Man in here and Amazing Spider-Man collected by Roger Stern. Now, the stories here, man, these are just gold. I love Spider-Man from the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. And this here, this is just gold, man. The stories in here with the Hobgoblin and everything. I mean, this is a massive book. It's got more than 1,200 pages. And look at that. Spidey thinks he's unmasked the Hobgoblin, but he didn't actually unmask the real Hobgoblin there. But yeah, I really love this book here. Roger Stern, a really thick book. Wow, look at Spidey hanging off from that. It's great. One of my best purchases of the year. Then we have The Amazing Spider-Man run by David Michelinie and Todd McFarlane from the late 80s, I'd say 1988 to 1990, wherein you have stories of Venom as well. Actually, I'm reading a part. Wow, look at Mary Jane Watson Parker. That's right, Mary Jane Watson Parker, because she's married Peter Parker, the Amazing Spider-Man now. Look at this amazing art by Todd McFarlane. This is just great stuff. That's Eddie Brock, aka the symbiote suit which bonded with him and made him Venom. This is just great stuff, man. So, yeah, I'm actually in the process of reading David Michelinie and Todd McFarlane's run on Spider-Man right now. And yeah, this is just great stuff. So if you're wondering where I bought all these books from, most of the books I've purchased from Bookswagon.com. This book here, unfortunately, it went out of stock within just a few days, so I had to import it from Amazon.com from the US. Uh, I ended up spending a lot of money. In fact, this is one of the most expensive books I bought in terms of the cover price. I paid almost close to cover price, and adding the shipping and customs duties to import it to India cost me like 10 grand, 10 and a half grand. I could have got this book for like 7 grand in India, but I was stupid enough. I was waiting for a couple of days. It went out of stock. Couldn't get it anywhere else. Couldn't get it on Amazon in India as well. So I had to get it from Amazon.com. What else? These two books out here, I purchased them from In-Stock Trades just to see what it's like to purchase books from In-Stock Trades, because In-Stock Trades gives you a very good discount on comic books off their cover price. For example, this book on Amazon.com, the cover price is $125, but uh, it cost me $114 cover price, excluding the shipping, the customs duties, and everything else. So in the same light, Captain America and the Falcon. Now this book was like a cover price of let's see, what was the cover price of this book? I think it was like 125 or $100. There you go, $125 cover price. So $125 cover price. It was available on In-Stock Trades for $70, and I was able to get this book and this just to see what it's like to order books from In-Stock Trades to have them shipped to India. But yeah, a very good discount on the cover price, but when you add shipping and insurance, customs duties, these actually work out to be a bit costlier than what you would get on the local market. So my preference, I would always buy books in the local book market first, and if it's not available in the local book market, that's when I'm going to have them imported. So um, everything else out here I purchased from Bookswagon.com. So yeah, basically this is my 2021 comic book haul. These are the new books I've added to my collection. So looking forward to reading the rest of my books, especially Volume 3, Volume 5. I'm yet to read this book, and I'm actually reading this book right now. Of course, I'm yet to read this. So next year is going to be a bit scanning when it comes to comic books, because I don't have a lot of comic books uh, coming out. It's really strange that you had all these Spider-Man reprints coming out in 2021. So yeah, I hope there are more Spider-Man comic books coming out next year. But my favorite era, as I said, 60s, 70s, and 80s comic books. Mid 90s, yeah, that's about it. So yeah, that's my comic book collection. Hope you guys liked the video. Thank you for watching.